Hey guys, Mr. Regan. Today we're going to look at the compound interest formula. This is going to be used for problems where we're putting money in a bank into a savings or a checking account that earns interest. And then we can figure out if it's compounded yearly or monthly, how much money we'll earn from that interest. Compounded simply means how often they recalculate the interest. Alright, so the formula A equals P times the quantity 1 plus R over N to the N times T power. In this problem, P would represent the initial investment. It's called the principal amount, how much you're going to go to the bank with to start. R is going to be the annual rate. So the bank will give you an interest rate, 4%, 5%, 2%, whatever that is. When we use it in the formula, though, we use the decimal form. So if it's 4%, we're going to put 0.04 in. N is going to be our number of times per year that the interest is compounded. So like if we're compounding the interest yearly, they're only doing it once per year, so N is 1. If they're compounding the interest monthly, then that's 12 times a year, so N is 12. All right, then the same N right there. And then T is the number of years that you're going to keep this money in the savings account. All right, let's try one. Mr. Regan deposits $2,500 in a savings account that earns 4% interest compounded monthly. How much money will Mr. Regan have after 10 years? All right, so we have A equals P times the quantity 1 plus R over N to the NT power. All right, so our principal, that's how much we're starting with. Our initial investment was $2,500. 1 plus. Okay, R is our annual rate, and we have a rate of 4%. But don't forget, we're going to put that in as a decimal, 0.04. And that's over N. Now we're compounding it monthly. So N is going to be 12 times per year. And then to the N, 12 times T power, and T is the number of years, 10 years. Alright, so 2,500, 1 plus 0.04 over 12. Alright, so my exponents, I have this 12 times 10, 120. Now inside the parentheses, so if I take 0.04 and I divide that by 12, and then I add 1 to that, I get a repeating decimal, 1.00333, and then 3 is repeating. Okay, so I'm going to leave that on my calculator. I'm just going to write down 1.00 with the 3 repeating to the 1/20th power. And while it's on my calculator, I'm going to do this 1.003 repeating number to the 120th power. Okay. Now, while I have that number on my calculator screen, I'm going to multiply that by 2,500 because I've taken care of all this. Now I just need to multiply it by 2,500. And I'm going to round my answer to the nearest hundredth place because we're talking about money. So $3,727.08. So $3,027.08 is how much I'll have in 10 years if I initially invest $2,500 at a rate of 4%. That's compounded monthly in 10 years. All right, so that's using compounded interest formula. Good luck, guys.